All right, hello, welcome everybody. We're live with Star Wars. No, there is no music because I had to set up a new OBS before we went live, so I apologize that you just had to look at a beautiful image of Star Destroyers on their way to destroy our players. But we're here with Star Wars. We did Session 0 last week. We're doing Session 1 this week. It's our semi-regular, irregular Star Wars game that we're going to start playing from time to time. And figured while everything was still fresh, we're going to play. I'm looking at a message in my chat on Foundry, and I don't know what that means. So why don't we go? We'll go ahead. We'll do the roundtable. Everybody can introduce their characters, who they made, what they are, and all that good stuff last week. So those of us who are just joining us for session 1 know who everybody is and what they're doing. Then we're gonna roll our light and dark side points, and then we'll get into it. So Ben, you're first on my overlay, so you get to go first. You can tell us about Romani.
Hello. Yes, Ben. I'm playing Romane, and she is a Kaminoan clone who's been spliced with some genetics from the very, very low and rare Kaminoan Jedi that exist as an experiment kept in a cupboard by researchers, kept a secret from the rest of the clones, and shipped off planet, off of Camino before it fell, kept in the deep freeze for a very long time, and woke up in the hold of Roger's character's ship. So she's about 16 years old and has no clue about how the galaxy works, because up until she woke up in that hold, she'd been in 3 rooms in her entire life.
Yeah.
Doesn't alter the fact that she's 8 feet tall and subtle like a brick through a shopkeeper's window.
And you're now one of the last of your species, I guess, because
It's up to me, he is. Or she is, that is, sorry.
All right. Jim, can you tell us about Bakasha?
Yeah, so Bakasha is a spy, a bit of a, not a low life, but he deals with information. His brother was a big cohort in the foundation of what's becoming the rebellion. He was killed recently, and Bok has basically vowed to carry his brother's name on, even though he doesn't really want to. But family pride and family honour have come into it a little bit. But yeah, a bit of a wheelie dealer in information. Definitely not a bounty hunter.
Definitely not.
No, very uncouth. But yes, yeah, that's me.
Very good. And that brings up a good point. So we're playing in the time between episodes 3 and 4. So that's why we don't have a rebellion quite yet, and the Empire is in full control of the galaxy, hence the dark times. Roger, can you tell us about Taika? Is it Taika?
Taika, yeah. So Taika Tepeni is a Mandalorian bounty hunter. He was raised by the Death Watch, and that was all happening when he was very, very young. During the Clone Wars, the Death Watch split in 2, and his father followed Bo-Katan in that split. But obviously the Empire hasn't exactly been particularly nice to Mandalore, and so he is oath-bound to see it restored.
That's right. Mandalorian extremists. Member of the faction. And finally, we have a retired clone trooper, ZZ. Right? Is that, I say that correctly?
ZX.
Oh, ZX. All right. Dang it.
That's close. It's very close. That's all right.
I thought you were going for like the pronunciation is Z.
The double Z?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No. ZX. In fact, that goes back to old X-Men comic books when Bishop was first introduced in the future. He was part of the X-Force in the future, the mutant police, and that's how they spelled it.
Ah.
So old Marvel trivia, guys. But yes, ZX is a retired clone trooper. He fought during the Clone Wars valiantly. He was in the infirmary when Order 66 came out, and that chip in his head flipped him over basically to a meat puppet for the Empire. But since he was in the infirmary, nothing happened. There was no Jedi to kill. When he got control of his own impulses, he forced a Kaminoan at gunpoint to cut the chip out of his head, killed the Kaminoan for being a traitor to the Republic, and then fled, and has been on the run ever since, continuing to fight what he believes is a war that is just getting started, because to him, the Republic was attacked from within by traitors, and it is his job to do everything he can as a guerrilla soldier to disrupt the Empire and take out key traitors to weaken them until the Republic can reassert itself.
So this isn't going to be awkward at all that we have a Kaminoan in our party.
Not at all. Not at all.
I love it.
Kaminoan Jedi.
And a Jedi, yeah, a Jedi Kaminoan. Okay, very good. So first things first, we have to start every session by creating our destiny pool. We do that by rolling a force die. So if you click on that little D20 next to public roll in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen there, where the chat log is, click that. It'll bring up a dice roller. And so if you just click on force, just click on that word force, the very bottom one. It should add a die and just hit roll. And we're going to start building our pool. Oh, 2 light side. I'll go over what these do. Why is it not letting me add to it?
2 light side on my side too.
One roll? No, it did not roll. Oh, I have to.
Waiting for the Jedi to roll dark side now.
That'll be my cue. I'll know then.
Execute Order 66.
What? Broken everything.
I'm in here.
Instead of it, there's my first roll and I've screwed it up already.
Well, give me some dark side points, Ben, because I have.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Nice.
so all light side 2, 4, 6, 7 light side points. All right, so this is our first game, so let's go over how light side, dark side points work. So normally you roll, you can get light side, dark side points. Dark side points, I get to spend. Light side points, you get to spend. When you spend a light side point, it flips to a dark side point. When I spend a dark side point, it flips to a light side point. So we always have the same pool for this session. At the beginning of every session, this resets, we re-roll. So it's going to be different every time. But it's a tug of war with that pool for that session. So it's always going to be going back and forth. What can you use destiny points for? You can spend 1 to upgrade a die type. So, and that's on your roller there as well. When you click a skill or anything on your character sheet, it'll bring up that same roller where you're just doing. You'll see that there's tabs at the top like upgrade ability, downgrade ability, upgrade difficulty, downgrade difficulty. So it's really simple. It's user friendly on here. You can upgrade an ability. It'll automatically change your dice types for you, giving you the chance for higher chance of success. So you can spend a light side point to do that, to increase a skill or upgrade a skill, sorry. You can also do it to make the difficulty higher for me. So if you say, hey, that NPC is really tough, that's Darth Vader, and I want to make it really tough for him to hit me, I'm going to increase the difficulty, Matt, for that character's next attack. You can use a light side point for that. There are some special abilities and talents that can only be triggered or used by spending a light side point as well, or destiny point, I guess they're called. If you have any, you'll know. It'll be on your character sheet. And then you can also use it for like luck or Deus Ex Machina, where you can maybe introduce an element or something to the story. You can't really change what's going on per se, but maybe you could introduce something to maybe change things in your favor. So that's how you use light side, dark side points. So remember though, when you spend them, they go to me and I get to use them for the exact same things. So use them sparingly, unless you want me to have all sorts of power. From there, we're going to learn the system as we play. Because is this the first time for some of you playing this?
Yep, I am a total rookie in this system.
Thankfully, Foundry does a lot of the heavy lifting, so there's going to be all sorts of funny symbols on those dice when you throw them. Throw somebody roll dice just for fun. I'll put up on the overlay. People can see that we got the 3D dice on there. So you see a whole bunch of symbols on there, and when you learn this game in person, you have to know what those symbols mean, and you have to interpret them and know what's going on when you see that. Thankfully, Foundry does it for us. So it just spits out, hey, you got 2 successes. Both of you got 2 successes, which is funny on all those dice. But like symbols cancel each other out. Certain symbols are successes. Other symbols are like advantage or disadvantage. So in this, you can succeed at something, but you could succeed with disadvantage per se. So like you're going to succeed at what you're doing, but something bad may happen, or it may come back to haunt you. You can also fail something, but fail it with advantage. So you could, whatever you're going for won't happen, but maybe Lady Luck's in your corner. It's going to come back to help you out in this situation or later on down the road. So it's a neat little
So
system.
you fail
like that.
forwards.
You fail forward, yeah. It's neat, and Star Wars is very much like that when you think of things like. For example, you think of like R2-D2, he's trying to hack into the door on Endor, and he gets through, but all of a sudden a second door shuts because he succeeded with disadvantage. The bad things are always happening. Or Han Solo chases stormtroopers down the hallway of the Death Star screaming, he turns a corner, and there's a room with even more stormtroopers waiting for him, but he did chase those original 2 away. He scared them away. So he succeeded, but with disadvantage. So those are examples of how that can happen. I also like, because we have a number of GMs and creative types in this group, I like to throw it out to the players as well sometimes, how maybe they interpret failing forward or what that looks like to them. So I have a lot of fun just kind of getting your input on situations like that as well when we run Star Wars.
All right, I'm hovering over the dice and looking at what the different symbols mean. So are purple dice always bad?
Purple dice are always bad.
So
Those are
yellow,
your challenge
green, and
dice.
blue are good.
Yep.
Red, purple, and black are bad.
Right.
So by default, there's always 2 challenge dice on every roll. And when you go to roll something, I'll tell you to either add or take things away, like add a boost or add a setback, or maybe add another difficulty die to it. That's a purple one. It's always set at a default 2. So I'll tell you how to set up your die pool. There's a way that I could do it on the back end, but I haven't really used it on here. So I don't know for sure if it's going to work or not. So I'll just tell you how to build your die pool every time you have to do a roll. It's great fun reading those dice, Pete. It's intimidating for new players. I'll say that. It's intimidating.
All right, let's get spacey.
All right. Well, we've got an opening crawl because they've got that built into Foundry. So we're gonna do an opening crawl. I don't know if the stream's gonna be able to see it though. I'm worried about it. But let's see if it'll play for all of you. Oh
yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
There's no music. There's no copyright music. Someone created this specifically for Foundry not to have copyright problems. That's it, Ben.
Careful.
Hang on, I'm allowed to only do a certain amount of time before they tell us off. That's all right. My music is not good. I don't think Disney are going to complain.
It's pretty damn convincing to me.
I do like the crawl though. That is pretty.
This is a new feature at Foundry since I ran it here last, and I really like that they've put this in here. I can write custom crawls for every episode for us.
I kind of feel like
we need that in more armor.
We're all quiet. Everybody's reading. People on the stream can see it too, so I'm not going to read it out loud.
Okay, so the viewers can see it.
Yeah, I'm watching it on Twitch. Yeah. Garb like God.
God.
No, that's the name of a cantina.
There we go. And pan down.
Pan down.
This is an actual picture of the planet that you are on. I was able to put it in there. This is actually Taurus, which is a real planet in the Star Wars universe. All right, so let's get
Taurus.
Yeah, it's near Mandalore.
Oh yeah, no, I've been playing Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh yeah, that's a big part of that.
Big old city.
Spoilers, it gets blown up.
Well, that's like.
I mean, it's a 20-year-old game. I think I'm allowed to say it.
Spoilers. Okay, so let's start. So you've been hiding out here on Terrace. You have been trying to keep away from Garblag the Hutt's pirates that you had a little entanglement with, and things have died down. you're feeling comfortable. So Taika, you've reached out to a local bounty hunter guild representative looking for work. You figure while you're here, let's make some credits. And you're gonna go meet him at the Giggling Gungan of all places. Now Taika is a very, very dense urban planet, similar to like a Narshada or Narshada, I should say, or Coruscant. It's kind of like buildings have been built on top of each other over the ages. So like the bottom levels are just like the slums, the dregs, and the rich and the wealthy live up on those top levels, and they just keep building on top of. So I'm gonna say you're somewhere in the middle levels. You're not, where it's really bad and seedy. You're respectable rogues, the group of you, the four of you. So you're hanging out in the
Nothing like
middle.
Narshada, then.
Nothing like Narshada, yeah. The smuggler's moon.
Where Jantilles once on Narshada. That was fun.
I'm going to start some Sirenscape sounds here. I don't know what these sound like. So, so people who at home, you're going to hear some sounds. We're using Sirenscape because we don't want to get hit with copyright strikes for using Star Wars music and sounds. So that's what we're hearing. So, do you guys want to make any preparations before going there? I'm gonna say you've never been to this bar before. You've heard of it. Are you weary? Are you worried this is a setup? Is there anything you do in preparation before going there? Are all of you gonna go there? What does this look like?
I would be relatively wary just because I've not been there before, and I know that I'm not the most popular with the Empire. So I'd probably kind of have a bit of a scout around the bar or the cantina before going in, checking to see if there's groups of stormtroopers waiting around.
Okay.
Yeah, Zed would have a bit of a similar opinion. He knows he's wanted by the Empire. He's taken some means to try to camouflage. His clone trooper armor is now a gunmetal gray, and he wears a hooded poncho over his armor with the hood up. He doesn't have his helmet on; he's got it on his belt. But yeah, he would definitely be scouting the general area to see if there was perhaps somebody there to pick up on the bounty that he knows is out for him.
Let me ask you this: so you're wearing Phase 2 clone armor.
Mm-hmm.
Have you has it been repainted and kind of disguised, and you've kind of built onto it here and there, or is it you just walk around in shiny white clothes?
No, it's gunmetal gray now, and he's made minor modifications to it to kind of change up the sight line of it a little bit. And he's not, like you said, he's got his helmet off on his side. He's got a hood up over on this poncho to even further disguise the fact that he's got on a magnetic clip, he's got his assault rifle across his chest under this poncho. So
very good. And I'm gonna say, at this point in time, it's not uncommon for people to be wearing scraps of clone trooper armor. There was so much of it produced during the Clone Wars. There were so many clones that were killed that this stuff is probably laying around anywhere where there was a huge battle. Scavengers have found pieces of clone trooper armor, and it's probably for sale in every secondary market in the galaxy. You probably trip over this stuff when you think about it. So it's not an uncommon sight either to see clone trooper armor. So you don't stick out like a sore thumb walking around in it.
I'm going to be consulting my essential piece of kit that helps me to understand how to survive in such environments. And I'll be reading my cultural etiquette manual so that I know what is expected and how one behaves in a drinking establishment.
Sure. Are you going to be following one of the two of them around as they're staking out the scene, or are you just kind of just hanging out in the area?
If they're staking out the scene, I probably didn't even know them walk away.
Okay. Very good.
He sat on a barrel reading a book within full view of the bar.
Sure. And I've shared a scene there that kind of illustrates the slums and what it looks like on Terrace. People at home.
But I would also imagine that the three of them know very well how to use me as an obvious distraction.
Yeah. So it's seedy, it's dark, it's daytime, but it's even dark down here because you are in the mid-tier, the mid-levels of Terrace. The sun is shaded and out of view due to the high-rises above you. People are doing whatever they can to survive. Like in the picture there, you see someone who has taken a hollowed-out R2 unit and is using it to keep themselves warm and cook some food on. But it is a hive of activity down here. There's people everywhere, and everyone is trying to not get noticed. Everyone is minding their own business down here. You get the feeling that people come down here to hide, much like you did when you were running from Garblag the Hutt's pirates. Those of you who are scoping out the scene, go ahead and make me a perception roll. And it's standard difficulty, so those 2 purple dice that are automatically in there, that's fine. Ooh. Ooh.
How do we actually make the roll? Huh?
Yeah, if you're scoping out the scene, go ahead.
Do you just click on the skill or?
Yeah,
You click on the
dice.
symbols.
Click on the dice.
Oh.
Ah.
Okay, wow. Okay.
Wow.
Holy moly. Okay, so Bach and Zed, the 2 of you are scoping out the scene. You're sure you haven't been followed. You don't see any sign of those pirates. It's damn sure there are no Imperials around here at this point. Taika, though, you're convinced that you saw some of those pirates. You swear you saw one through the door and in there, but they're not aware of you if they did. And in doing so, you've also scoped out the area, and you found that there is a back door to get in that's been propped open by someone who works in the back. We'll say like a line cook or something. But you're convinced that your enemies are in there waiting for you. And Zed, your threat, I'm writing that down, and that's gonna come back to haunt you that way.
I'm sure it will. All clear in this sector. No sign of pirates, no sign of Imperial activity.
We're all clear here as well.
Some of Garblag the Hutt's men are in there. But there's a way in through the back.
I didn't clock him, but sounds good.
I'm going to approach the guy that stood by the back door.
Sure, it's an Aqualish. He's there, scrawny little guy. He's like probably a teenager. He's taking out the trash, and he's kind of like startled. He sees you. He sees you in full armor. You're wearing faux DeLorean armor. It looks like Mandalorian, right? But it's not Beskar, and he's kind of sees you, and he's kind of taken aback. And he starts making for a door
Roger
when he
to
sees you.
88 miles an hour, he can travel through time.
He sees you, and his eyes meet your helmet, like, as you're striding towards him, and he, like, hurries what he's doing, and he's trying to get back inside quickly.
It's okay, my friend. I just want to come inside, and I'll hold up some credit chits.
Oh, use some credits. He goes, he looks around, and he looks over his shoulder back at the door. He goes, the way in is at the front. I could get in trouble if I let you through here.
It's all right. You didn't see me go in, and I'll stuff like 10 credits into his hand.
Why don't you make me a roll? So we're gonna get good with the dice here. I'm just looking at the skills here. You're not really
Streetwise?
charming him. Yeah, I'm looking at streetwise. Let's lean towards streetwise for this one, and I'm going to give you some bonus dice for this. I'm gonna give you 2 boost die on top of this. So go ahead and just click boost twice, and it should add it to your pool. All right.
Yes.
So he takes the credits, stuffs them in his pocket. He goes, okay, this way, but quick. We can't let anybody see you. And he brings you into the back room, and it's like a kitchen. It's kind of chaotic. It's filthy. It's dirty. And as he's ushering you through, somewhat you bump into someone in the back room as you turn a corner, and he's just about to bring you out into the main area of the bar. And the guy goes, what the hell are you doing back here? Who are you?
I'm just passing through.
The doors are the front. I'll see you out the back. And he starts to like usher you out now.
Is this like a big guy or?
He's a human. He's average size. He's actually dressed quite nicely. He's not a bouncer if you're trying to size him up. But he's like, no, you got to go. You can't be back here. And you see him shut a door behind him. He reaches to like an open door and closes it. We gotta go. You can't be back here.
I'm sure I'm only going straight through there. I'll gesture to the front of the bar and again hold out some credits.
More credits. He goes, I don't need your money. But you can roll. You can still roll. He's going to be a little bit more difficult to convince with your money than the kid, the teenager. So go ahead and roll your streetwise again. And this time I'll give you 1 boost die.
Given I'm convinced there's some bad person out there, I'm actually going to use one of our light side
Oh,
points
very
to
good.
flip that.
Okay. So you're going to upgrade. Oops. How do I take that away? I gave you an extra one.
Oh, god damn it.
There we go. Flipped. All right,
Wow.
so check failed with 2 threats. He goes, I don't think so, pal. I don't need your damn credits, and I don't need your attitude. He opens the door to the to the bar and is like, "Hey, Hogo, Dardar, get over here!" And you see these 2 massive Wookiees start striding towards you.
Yeah, I turn around.
And he goes, "That's what I thought." As you start walking to the back door, let's go around to the front. The rest of you, while this is happening, while this is playing out in the back room. What are the 3 of you doing?
So
I'm
ZX.
gonna. I
Go right
shall go in the bar and sort of lose myself in the background
Sure.
near our Jedi, just to make sure that no one sort of bullies.
Bullies Jedi? Sure. So, yeah, I'm going to say, Roma, you stand out like a sore thumb in this place, but you've got Bach right there beside
I've read
you.
my book, so I know exactly how to behave.
You walk in and all the heads turn. Everybody's looking. Well, even, you know, the music even kind of stops. And then they go back to what they're doing, and the music picks up again. And all the heads are staring at you. I don't know if Taika would have shared who his contact is, but you are supposed to meet a Twi'lek here by the name of Mar Zelda Tuck, who is a member of the Bounty Hunters Guild and is the one who is going to be giving this job out. So I don't know if Taika would have shared that. So you're just kind of wandering around right now.
Well, I'll go up to the bar.
Sure.
And I shall sit at the bar.
Yeah, there's a droid behind the bar he's got multiple arms, he's grabbing drinks everywhere and serving multiple people at once.
Hello, I wish to purchase a beverage.
What'll it be, pal?
What is good here?
Wookiee ale.
Very well, I will have a Wookiee ale, please.
Pours it in a cup. A cup comes up from underneath the bar and it pours it there for you. That'll be 5 credits.
Transfer the 5 credits from my meager supply. Look slightly shocked, but the book said. And then
All right.
try some of this Wookiee ale.
Oh, sure. It's terrible. You've never tasted anything like this before, and it's disgusting. And you fight to keep it down.
Excuse me, there seems to be some kind of mistake.
It like spins back around. It's kind of like on a track, and it comes back, and its head spins and looks at you as it's doing other things with its arms. What is the problem?
This beverage seems to contain some kind of metabolic poison.
It sticks like this little needle-like device in, pulls it back out. It is fine. There is nothing wrong with your beverage.
Are you sure?
And it just kind of whizzes on its little track away from you, continuing to serve people, grabbing things with its arms.
I will pick up the beverage and look through it around the room. Is everybody else drinking their beverages?
You see
Anybody
ZX.
died?
ZX is just standing in the corner, inside to the right of the door, with his hood up still, arms loose in front of him, just scanning. He does not have a beverage, but when his eyes meet yours, he just shakes his head.
Well, this is an educational experience. I will consume the beverage very, very slowly.
Trying to see if there's cantina music in here.
Taika, what's your ETA? I don't see your contact in here.
I'll be there shortly.
Yeah, with that, Taika strides through the door. You can't see his face to see, that it's red. But yeah, you stride back in, and those Wookiees are back in the main bar, and they see you, and they're tracking you, Taika. They're watching you.
Looking around, do I see the contact?
Yeah,
and
you see.
More importantly, do I see any pirates?
You don't see any pirates in here, but you do see a Twi'lek. He's red-skinned Twi'lek. He's sitting in a booth. He's kind of just leaning back. He's got his arm up. He's looking around. He's got a drink there, smiling. You see his sharp, spiked teeth as he smiles, and he's kind of laughing and taking everything in. And then he sees you, and he holds his arm up, motions for
I
you to
just
come
stroll
over and
right
join him.
over to him. My hand never moving too far from the blaster.
Gotcha. I'm gonna say that you've worked with this contact before. You're familiar with him. You've never been to Terrace before, but there are contacts in this area of space because this is so close to Mandalore. You're aware of him, and you've taken jobs from him in the past, or you've turned in the odd job to him. So he just grins, and he's got his spiked teeth. Ah, Taika, what are you doing on Terrace?
Someone told me you might have some work.
Oh, right to the point, huh? Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you.
All right. Straight to the point. You Mandalorians are always no nonsense, aren't you?
Only if it comes with a straw.
And he just kind of stands. The
Just
helmet
stares at him,
gaze
doesn't
just
say
remains,
anything, yeah.
stares at him.
He kind of awkwardly sits back and looks around, kind of like if anybody witnessed this. He's a little embarrassed. Ah, very good. So, I understand you're looking for work, and I do have a job for you. And he slides a chip across to you to put in your data pad.
Yeah, I'll plug it in and have a look.
There we go.
Oh.
Got,
Oh, cool.
got this. This is another new feature
Oh,
in Foundry.
check that out.
You can set up bounties. So, it comes across the screen. 10,000 credits. Davin Roth, wanted for counterfeit activity. He says, this one's been eluding the guild for a while. We understand he's on one of the lower levels. Associate of the swoop guilds, or swoop gangs that are down there. We think they're protecting him. But we think, or what we know, is that he's been producing counterfeit Imperial credits. And he's wanted. We don't know who. Someone on Nar Shaddaa is looking for him. He's to be brought in alive. If you bring him back dead, you'll get nothing.
Alive. It's always tricky.
Shouldn't be a problem for a Mandalorian.
I'm assuming his associates are fine dead.
His associates, well... Actually, let's make a roll here. Let's see how much information you can get out of this guy. Let's roll... You could try to... What do you want to roll? Do you want to charm him? Do you want to use Streetwise to maybe get some information out of him? How do you want to approach this? How would Taika handle this?
It's trying to coerce the information out of him. He's basically trying to trip him up.
Right. I know there's no intimidation in this, and I was always like, what do we use for intimidation?
Coercion's pretty good.
Yeah, it's close. Hopefully you got a good willpower. You can roll a coercion and do it with just one challenge die instead of the two. I think if you right click, it will remove one, or you can downgrade the difficulty actually on the roller.
No,
Let's
that's
give it a try.
Nice.
I'm racking up
All right.
those threats.
I know. You succeed. He goes, well, last known associates, like I said, he's been known to hang around and deal with the swoop gangs in the lower levels. But an associate, we've got the name of Quell, a Quarren down there. He's said to hang out at the Ronto's den, is what we've heard. Maybe you can seek him out and see if you can get further information on the location of Mr. Roth.
And do I bring the bounty to you?
Yes, you bring him back to me. Oh! One other thing. I hear that he may be under the employ of the Huts as well, so be careful who you offend on this job. Tread carefully.
Do you know which of the huts?
No, that's none of my business.
I just kind of pick up my pad and just get up.
Sure. So you all see Taika get up from this table with this Twi'lek. And are you just going to stride out?
Yeah, I'm just walking out.
Sure.
And as he's walking out, ZX is scanning to see if anybody else is noting Taika's movements.
I shall stand up, move towards the doorway, and grab the Jedi by the arm on the way out with me.
Yeah, so go ahead and make me another, what would we make before? Streetwise? When you're scanning the room?
Yeah.
Perception?
I would have.
Perception. Make me a perception. Go ahead. This will be a standard difficulty as well.
Okay. Nope.
Fails with... Oh, a triumph! Oh my goodness. Jim. Or, no, that's,
Roma.
That's
Roma.
Ben's character. Holy crap. Okay.
I don't know what I'm looking for, but whatever it is, I found it really
You got a
well.
triumph. Like, a triumph is like an automatic success. Even though you failed, like, a triumph is good. It's the best thing you can roll. Ooh. And they have powerful, positive effects. So, Zed, you're scanning the room, and you, a patron bumps into you and kind of distracts you from while you're doing that. And they kind of get into a verbal altercation with you. Hey, watch where you're going, buddy. Watch where you're going, pal. You almost made me spill my drink.
I have uncanny senses as well. I don't know if that impacts anything.
I don't know what does
Because
that do.
when I look at what it does, it says, please see page 145 of the Age of Empire core rulebook.
Okay, well,
Page 158 of the Age of Rebellion core rulebook, or page 153 of the Force and Destiny core rulebook.
Sorry, 148 was that?
We'll have to add that to your character sheet for
145
next
of
time.
Age of Empire.
Uncanny senses. The character adds 1 blue die per rank of uncanny senses to all perception checks. I think it's already in there. It automatically did it for you on your roll.
Looks
Unless your
like.
perception is just that good.
No, my perception's acceptable. But there we go.
Okay,
I've saved that in there now, so I know what's what.
so with your success, Bach, you see 2 of these pirates that are associated with Garblag coming in. But they see you with those threats. Zed, you don't see them per se, but they, with your advantage, they don't see you with your advantages. And these guys stroll in, and Roma, check fail, but triumph and advantage. How do you want to play this? So you've got the upper hand.
Oh, they
on
see
these
me
guys.
because I'm really damn obvious. but
No, they
they
haven't
don't know who
managed.
I am.
They haven't managed to see you.
Can I push him down as soon as I see them? But as I do, I've made it more obvious that I'm there.
Sure. So with your success, yeah, I'll say you can push him down. But the threats is they definitely see you because you push him to the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're just stand out, like you're ushering him out. You push him to the floor, and you're just kind of standing there now, and no one's around you, and they can't make out Roma on the floor. They just see a huddled mass, and they're looking right at you, and now they're coming towards you, Bach.
And I'm going to say under my breath to stay down. I'm going to pull out my vibro knife.
Your vibro knife.
Do I notice this all kicking off?
You do notice this. You do notice this. You see this. And yeah, two of these guys standing there. They're both they're both Duros, and they're just kind of grinning. You know, blue skin, the red eyes. These two grinning, and they're striding towards you. And they both kind of got their hands hovering over their holdout blasters on their belt. And they go, "Ah, what you caught up to? We thought you had left planet." The boss.
Yeah, well, we've got a bit of business to do.
Yeah, that's right. We do have a bit of business to do. The boss wants to see you. And one of them kind of walks behind you, and the other one stands in front of you and motions. Let's go.
ZX walks up behind the one guy and puts the barrel of his assault rifle to the back of his head.
Your massive assault rifles are huge in Star Wars. Sure, the whole place just kind of, and people start clearing out, and the droid just like stops on its track, and that guy that ushered you out before, Taika, comes out of the back, and he's like, hey, no trouble here! The Wookiees start striding forward to kind of break this all up.
There's not going to be any trouble. We're leaving. These Duros are staying. If those Wookiees keep coming, it's going to get a lot uglier in here.
I'll go and help the Jedi up, and then I'll sort of back out with my old out blaster pulled out.
Sure. So everybody's got their guns. It's kind of like a standoff. The Wookiees are coming over. So all of you are agreeing to leave, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna dust myself off.
Okay.
Yeah, Zed's just backing up step by step.
Yeah, the Duros also, they put their hands up. They go, hey, we don't want any trouble. We just came to meet up with these guys. We're all leaving together now. It's all good. You don't need to rip our arms off or anything. Let's go, guys.
If you step out into this street behind us, Duros, I will kill you.
So Star Wars or Delta Green?
Same difference. He's a clone. He's a retired clone trooper. That's his business.
That's true.
It is true, Mr. Duros. He is very good at killing people.
Do you want to make me a coercion?
Sure, it's going to be a pretty tragic role here, but we'll do it.
Go ahead and do it. But you've got your blaster out. I'll give you a boost die.
All right.
Have you got Rise of the Separatists?
Ooh. Oh, I thought that was your roll that was up there. Check failed.
Oh.
2 failed.
Man.
So no advantage, no advantage, disadvantage, but just a straight failure. They go.
Can you check page 42 for Secrets of the Force?
The Wookiees just kind of surround all of you, and they're not physically touching you, but they're like making the gap smaller and smaller towards the door. Basically, like, you don't want to mess with these Wookiees. They're 2 big 8-foot tall Wookiees, baring their teeth, striding towards you, and everybody's backing up towards the door at the same time. You threaten these 2 Duros, they're like, no. I want to keep my arms today. We're going outside. And they file out with you as this happens.
Secrets of the Force gives you knowledge, lore, and lightsaber become career skills.
Okay. That's it? Wow.
Okay,
ZX he's got the assault rifle up. As soon as they get out,
sure.
He's like he's just like, run away.
You get in the streets and there's people everywhere. Like, people are looking at you like, he's got a gun. It's not like they're calling police or anything. There's no law here. But people are scared. Like, they see a blaster, like, he's got a blaster! And they're, like, running away. Other people are coming up, and they're, like, placing bets on what's going to happen. Credits are being exchanged. Someone's calling out odds.
I should have got in on that action.
So what... So you're just staring them down with the blaster.
Yep.
So they're not going anywhere.
No, it was failed that
coercion
that
check.
test. Yeah.
You've got
Yes.
two choices.
No.
You can leave, or you can be dead. And I'm going to
Can I
pull my
take a
blaster
shot
now.
at
I've
one
not
of
had
their
my
knees?
blaster out of the holster until now.
Yes, you can take your blaster out, Taika, and yes, you can shoot.
I don't know. I was threatening them.
No, Bach wants to shoot.
Oh, Jim's shooting.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
he's shooting one
Okay.
of them in the knees. So go ahead,
Okay.
take your shot. It is going to be... Okay, 1 challenge die, so reduce your challenge by 1, but I'm going to give you a setback die, because you're just kind of like doing it the spur of the moment. So they're close to you. Your chance of hitting them is better. But because there's people everywhere, there's distractions, take a setback die as you try to shoot them in the knee. One of them in the knee.
So I've got no challenge die at the moment. Hey, what am I doing here? Crikey, it's all gone. I've got no challenge at the moment. Do I
If
go
you-
to 1 challenge die?
If you right-click the word challenge, I believe it reduces it by 1.
Okay.
So, yeah,
On
you
the-
need
Yeah, it's
one
down to
purple.
0 anyway.
Yeah, it shows
Ah,
0.
There should be one purple.
No, that's difficulty, isn't it? Challenge is red.
Yes.
Yeah, I think he wants
Okay.
to reduce.
Oh, it's difficulty. I'm sorry. Yes, it's difficulty die. You want to
Yeah.
reduce your difficulty die by 1. That's correct.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right, okay.
Purple.
Oh man.
Ooh. Okay, so you pull out your blaster, you fire it, you miss. The crowd, people scream, they start to flee, and the Duros take off also. They flee. They're like, they see this as their opportunity to get out of here. And they count themselves lucky that one of them did not lose part of their leg. Didn't get shot at the knee. So that's where your advantage are coming in. So you didn't hit them, but the two of them are like, forget this, and they take off. We know where you are now. We'll be back with more.
Oh, that was a very bad thing to say.
Are you shooting them in the back?
Yeah,
Oh,
I had
that's-
my gun out.
It's not very honorable, Mandalorian. Go ahead, take your shot. It'll be 2 challenge die because they're a range band away. No no boost, no setback, just a straight roll.
Isn't the way, but fuck it.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Oh, okay. I
Oh,
wasn't too
if you
bad.
roll, if you go on your gear tab and click the picture or the icon of the weapon, it'll roll it and it'll also spit out damage and everything for you.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
We'll keep your result,
that's really
but in the future, because it'll tell me then how much damage your pistol does. 'Cause I don't know what.
Just so
pistol
I
does
can
for
see
damage.
it. I'm just having a look.
Oh, somebody flipped a.
Oh, it didn't actually work that time. But yeah, okay,
So that one
I-
missed, but it'll actually spit
it
out
w-
the
it-
damage.
yeah. I was
What's
just
the-
seeing what it looked like. So
what's
it's
the
just
base
damage
damage?
7.
7? Really?
It's a heavy blaster pistol.
Holy crap. Okay, so you hit center mass. So you can. So the way damage works in this game, and I know you've played this, Roger, but for everybody at home and for the new players, the way damage works is it's kind of like Alien, where the first shot or the first success means you hit, you do base damage, and every success over that, you do an extra point of damage. Exact same thing as Alien. You can then spend your advantage on a whole slew of things. If you go under the journal tab, there is an entry there. It's ground combat cheat sheet, and when we get into like bigger combat, this will actually tell you what you can spend those successes on and what you can do in combat.
There's nothing in the journal for me.
No,
Me
it's
either.
nothing.
Try it now.
Yay! There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. So in this instance, because we're not in real combat, you're just kind of shooting them. We don't really need to lean into those advantage too much. But you hit this guy. How much? 6 points of damage? Holy crap!
7.
7 points of damage.
He's no good to me alive.
Whew. The one you hit, center mass. You hit him square in the back, drops, and there's just like a carbon scored black mark on his back, and there's just like a little fizzle of smoke coming up from it. And the other Duros turns and looks at his buddy, and he's just like, he's got like an oh shit look on his face, and he keeps running.
If you come back, you'll be next.
Yeah.
Zed magnetically locks his assault rifle back to his chest harness, drops his poncho over it, pulls up his hood. He's like, we should probably leave this area.
Woo.
I holster the pistol and start heading somewhere. I don't know.
Do you
Away.
want to search the body at all?
Yeah, probably not a bad idea.
All right, this pirate had on him a heavy blaster pistol, a blaster carbine, a vibro knife, and 50 credits.
Ooh, nice.
So some of those weapons might be upgrades for some of you. And again, you can just search for those in the directory and drag and drop them onto your character sheet. Whoever wants to take what, if you search for them under the items directory.
Well, I don't need the heavy blaster pistol if anyone needs one.
Heavy
I've got
blaster
him.
pistol is a ranged light weapon. The blaster carbine is a ranged heavy. Also.
Yeah, I'm going to take the blaster carbine.
I've already got a military
these.
holdout blaster that's pretty good. So
I can't
I'll hold
even
out
use
blaster
ranged
as well.
weapons.
All right. So you've caused quite a scene here. You know you need to make your way to the Ronto's den to maybe get some more information. You know what level it's on. You look it up on your data pads. It's way, way, way down on sub-level B5. Do you want to head there?
Excuse me.
Do you want to do something else? Do you want to go somewhere? What do you want to do? You've
Roger,
got
if you're not going to use the vibro knife, I'll stick it on my character sheet.
Go for it.
I've got one of those. I've got a stealth one. Woohoo.
Did anyone want the heavy blaster?
Sell it.
All right.
Yeah,
copy my
I'll
character sheet for
take
now.
it.
Oh, okay. There you are.
Yeah. Okay.
Heavy blaster pistol's quite good. That's what Roger just used.
I'm confused. Were we not supposed to meet someone in the bar?
We did.
Keep up, Kaminoan. It already went down.
I think the barman may have tried to poison me.
Get used to it. We need to head down.
Let's move out, draw fire.
On the way down, I'll brief people on what I was told.
Sure. Okay. Sounds good. All right, so you know that you're heading to the Ronto's den. You're looking for a Quarren, sorry, by the name of Quell. Quarrens, for those who don't know, is like the octopus-faced creatures from Jabba's palace and other things. It's like a Cthulhu, kind of. You're looking for one of those. And he's rumored to be an associate of your target, Davin Roth, who is a known counterfeiter and is counterfeiting Imperial credits. So you make your way down to sub-level B5. You've got a general idea of where the Ronto's den is, but this place, so you thought it was dark and dingy where you came from. This puts it to shame. There is just filth everywhere. There's nowhere for garbage or waste or refuse or anything to go. It's just piled up in the streets. There's piles of it burning. You feel like there's eyes on you at all times from every shadow and every corner down here. The people who make up the populace down here either can't afford to work their way up, or they're down here hiding from something and running various forms of illegal operations out of this shadowy sub-level. There are swoop bikes.
It's going to be 5 minutes, sorry.
Sure. Swoop bikes
Sorry.
everywhere. Like, everywhere you go, there's swoop bikes. And all of the riders on them have different, like, symbols or insignias on the backs of their shirts or coats or whatever they're wearing. And it looks like they all have different gang symbols or affiliations that they belong to. And this is in line with what you're told that the swoop gangs rule down here on the sub-levels. What do you want to do? So you've got a general idea of where the Ronto's den is.
Yeah, we'll just kind of head in that direction for now.
Okay.
I do not understand why counterfeiting is bad.
That doesn't concern me. What does is the 10,000 credits.
But maybe this man could give us 10,000 of his counterfeit credits. Surely they would be just as good.
They're not. They're garbage. They're garbage like everything in the Empire.
But is a copy not as good as the original if it serves the same purpose?
No.
Do their copies not contain upgrades and improvements?
No.
Surely, Master Zed, you are a counterfeit.
Ooh.
Listen, I tolerate you because you're a clone. But if you call me a counterfeit again, we're going to have very serious words.
But are we not both the same in this regard?
No, we're not the same. You're a clone of a race of traitors, and I'm the one who's going to clean up the mess your people started.
The Kaminoans betrayed nobody. They were contracted for a specific job and carried out their remit.
If you don't want to be disintegrated, I suggest you pipe down.
As you suggest, I am simply trying to understand.
Well, less understanding is okay with me.
I have upset you, Master Zed. Please accept my humble apologies.
There's not a chance in hell, but let's just keep moving.
Yeah, you guys are striding through here. Swoop bikes are narrowly missing you. And you can tell they're doing this on purpose. Just kind of almost clipping you as they go by.
These swoop bikes seem very exciting.
Give it a go, kid.
Go
So
ahead.
It's
and
like
make
an Iwas, but without wings.
make me a streetwise, everybody. Or anybody who wants to. Put it that way. I know
This will go well.
players I've run Star Wars 4 in the past get scared of rolling dice. They didn't like rolling dice. All right.
Oh, it gets dangerous.
It can be dangerous. All right, Zed, you're walking, and I'm going to say Taika is about to go down an alley, and you clearly make out there is some sort of activity going on down that alley that you want no part of, that Taika did not see. You can see a bunch of bikes parked down there, a bunch of guys kind of like around a corner. There's a lookout who's watching, and you just kind of grab him and stop him before he heads down there.
Taika, that's a fight we don't want any part of.
And you point in the direction, you can see that there's like lights, brighter lights. These are all artificial lights, like neon, shining up ahead. And you can hear the sound of music and voices, and you're pretty sure, like, we need to go that way. That looks more welcoming than whatever the hell you were getting yourself into.
Come on, bub. I think it's this way.
I nod and walk in the direction that
Sure.
Zed pointed in.
So all of you are heading through this street, if you can call it that. There's buildings in various forms of decay and crumbling and falling down. There's like crashed ships down here that kind of just like break up the streets that have been down here for centuries. Like, you haven't seen these models of ships ever in your life. Like, these are from a museum, these things. And you're just kind of like stepping around, walking, and making your way. And eventually you do get closer to this hive of activity. And it is indeed the Ronto's den. You see a flickering neon light outside. Some of the letters are burnt out, and it's letting off that hum constantly as you get there. There are aliens of various species passed out outside of this place. You can hear music playing from inside way too loud for anybody who could even hear each other in there if they were trying to have a conversation. And you can hear yelling and such from inside as well.
These beings have clearly been affected by the metabolic poisons served within.
That's one way of saying it, kid. One way of saying it. Taika, I got your 6 if you want to see if you can find out if that Quell's in here, or Bach. He might be better at it. Where did he go? He's a slippery man.
I believe Mr. Bach has gone around the back of this place. Blah, 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 blah.
Okay, I'm just going to walk in and look around and look for look for the quarren.
Sure. Yeah, you walk in, and this is not a large establishment at all. It's tiny. There's a bar that basically runs the length of the north wall, and there's maybe 6 tables in here. A couple of tables have patrons that are completely passed out, head down on the table. Others are in the middle of drinking. Nobody really pays attention to you when you walk in, but you see at the far end, sitting at one of the tables, is a quarren, and he's got 2 massive Gamorreans sitting there with him. They're tattooed like head to toe. Huge Gamorreans. And this guy's sitting there. He's got a screen up in front of him, and he's pointing at it, and he's saying something. You can't hear him over the music, and he's pointing, and he's talking to the Gamorreans, who kind of aren't really paying attention to him. Like, they're there because they're hired to. But he seems engrossed on whatever's going on in that screen, that data pad or screen in front of him. So how do you want to approach? He hasn't really noticed you.
I'm just going to try and get closer without being noticed and listen to what he's saying.
Yeah.
Lean
Go ahead and make...
close to Zed and say, the Quarrens are not well liked by the Mon Calamari.
Yeah, that's true. You read that in your book, kid?
Yes, it said it here in Interspecies Relationship, Chapter 3.
Kid, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Just be ready for some shit to happen here.
Is the poison that bad that they would lose control of their bodily functions?
Highly likely, especially if they get shot.
Mm-hmm. I will be ready.
Go ahead and make me a stealth roll, please, Taika. But you can do it with 2 boost on the roll. You do kind of stand out, but people are pretty engrossed in what they're doing, so take 2 boost. There you go, success. No advantage, no disadvantage, just straight success. So yeah, you walk in and you just kind of like go to one of the back corners and just blend in with the shadows, and you get closer. Damn, he doesn't notice. And the music, like I said, is just pounding. It's a pounding bass. And you do your best. You get close to him to see. And you look and you see that he's betting on races, pod races. And he's yelling, "Can you believe it? I picked the winner last time. And I'm going to pick a winner again. We're going to be rich, fellas. We're going to get out of this shithole. Back to hut space for us."
A pod racing on Malastair. Very fast, very dangerous.
I'll just kind of go over and go, "You looking for a way off Terrace?"
He like kind of... Well, how are you going to shout? His ear?
No, I'm going to walk up to him and just say it.
He turns around and says, "Oh, who the hell are you? Where did you come from?" His tentacles kind of flapping as he talks.
I was just walking past. I couldn't help but hear you went off Terrace. I've got a ship.
How much?
Information.
I don't know what that means. How many credits?
Do you know where Davin Roth is?
Davin Roth. He kind of... His big black eyes, the lids kind of like squint around them, and goes, "Who's asking?" And the Gamorreans, both of them stand up, and they kind of look at you, and they both have vibro axes.
I just keep my eyes on him. You tell me what I need to know, I'll take you off world.
What do you want to know?
Where he is.
Zed, you're in there, right?
Yeah, I'm in the...
So you're watching this, and you're looking at this guy, and you swear you've met him before. You swear you know this Quarren. That's when it dawns on you. He served in the Clone Wars, but he was a high-ranking military figure on the Separatist side. And he killed many of your brothers.
Zed disengages the mag lock on his carbine, strolls up towards the table, stops at about 3 meters from the table, looks at the 2 Gamorrean, looks at the corn. He's like, I'm an old man now. But once upon a time, I was one of the best there was at what I do. So you got one chance, Separatist, to tell this Mandalorian what he wants to know, or I'm going to send you back to your maker.
I wonder whose
The
obligation
Foundry's just
triggered this
crapped
week.
out. Oh, here we go. It's back.
Aaron's obligation triggered this week. So you walk over and the two Gamorreans get like between you and him, and he looks at you and he smiles. Goes, another clone to kill. Oh, how I have missed this. Make him disappear. And he just kind of like waves to the Gamorreans.
All right, kid, it's time. And he shoots one of the Gamorreans.
All right, hold on. Let's get this. I knew this was gonna happen. So I don't know where everybody else is here, but I'm going to.
Star Murder Hobo Wars, me.
Hey, I knew combat was inevitable with this group. We knew this was coming. Especially when someone's obligation triggers and it involves killing a killer of clones. So let's get everybody on the initiative.
Aaron
track.
had told me to stay with him, so I'll be wherever he is, even if
Okay,
he's doing
you're-
something monumentally stupid.
Up beside Aaron there. I don't. Jim, where would your character have been in all this?
I think we said Jim was sloping off around the back, didn't we? So he'd be coming in the back door.
Oops, I'm moving everybody at once. Alright, let's get this set up. This is what I was doing quickly before a session. I was like, oh, I'm going to get a map set up for this. Alright, so everybody should be on the combat tracker. So if you click on the fist in the top right-hand corner, if you right-click it, it'll pop out the initiative tracker. Boop. And it says NPC, 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 NPC. Why does it say NPC for everybody? What?
I don't know.
It doesn't have your characters on there. Huh. That is weird.
There are 4 set of dice that we could roll, but
I'm just testing something. It should be PCs. Bear with me here. Reset initiative. Your character sheets might be set to NPC. That's what I'm thinking is going on. But where is that setting?
Ah, they've got you again.
Dang it.
Right, I need somebody to take a look at page 145 of the Edge of Empire rulebook.
Hang on. 145, yeah.
Yep. And tell me what uncanny reactions does.
you add 1 blue dice to for every rank you have in uncanny reactions for vigilance.
Okay. I think that
I've got a
might already
feeling
be
this
on there.
might be.
And while you're there, can you look up uncanny senses as well? It should be nearby.
Yeah, that's 1 blue die for each rank of uncanny senses to your perception checks.
Yep. That explains why I have blue die in vigilance and perception. It has auto-added them. Excellent.
Yeah, I think we all might be rolling slightly different things to each other. I'm feeling Aaron might be rolling cool as he's expecting combat. The rest of us getting slightly caught off guard.
That is true.
Let me try something here. That's weird. You're all showing up as NPCs. And I don't understand why. This sucks.
I can now only see 1 NPC dice, though.
I removed everybody else, but I don't know why it's showing the characters as NPCs on there.
Perhaps we might have to do it old school.
Yeah. Alright. Where's my combat cheat sheet? Get that out. So, if you're prepared for combat, you roll cool. If you're unprepared, if you're going to be taken by surprise, you're not ready for it, you roll vigilance. So everybody Every roll cool. I'm gonna say as soon as you see you see Zed walk forward, you're like, ah, crap.
Whoa.
And then let me know what you get, please.
Sorry,
There's no
my Chrome
difficulty,
just
is
did
Why do I
something
take any
very
dice away,
funky.
Yes. You don't want to have any challenge dice on there. It's just gonna be a straight
Oh,
roll.
we're doing
I think there's
Sorry.
I think there's a button at the top that says. Oh no, there isn't.
All right. So yeah, no difficulty dice. You mean, right?
No difficulty. Just straight roll.
Okay. I got 2 successes and an advantage.
2 successes and 2 advantage.
2 successes. No, that's me.
That's
I've got 3
Buck.
successes.
Oh yeah, I got 3 successes. Sorry.
Holy moly. And what did you get, Roger?
I got 2 advantages.
Okay, but no successes.
No.
Okay, let me roll for my guys. One moment. Well, I lost a Gamorrean. I deleted a Gamorrean. Oh, and my Quarren disappeared too. There we go. All right. These Gamorreans were definitely ready for trouble. They were prepared. They saw you coming.
My foundry has lost its picture.
I
Yeah.
see.
have to reload it.
Yeah.
No, he's not showing for me either.
Oh, it's showing for me.
No, my Chrome has done something funky twice in the last 10 minutes. And is not friends with me.
One success.
All right. I'm gonna reopen it.
There is a initiative thing in here too. We just got to figure it out for next session. So one success. No
Ouch.
advantage. And let me roll for my Quarren. Who's slightly better than these two. Ooh, 2 success, 1 advantage. Okay, so I'm gonna lay out the initiative track here. Player, NPC. I'll just announce them as they come up. Bear with me here. NPC. Player. Okay, so the way initiative works in Star Wars is you don't necessarily, like, what you rolled isn't necessarily your spot in combat, in initiative. Anybody who wants can take it. So you're not set to, like, I rolled 3 advantage, so I go first. Instead, you look at it as a group. That's why it's nice to see it on an actual track. And you can go, okay, well, I know 3 of us are going to act before the NPCs, so maybe you, and you should go first. And then I know they're going to act, and I'll go after. Maybe you stack it so your better combatants are going first up front and taking on different targets. So the way the initiative track looks right now is 3 of you are going to go first, then 2 NPCs, then another player, and then another NPC. And it's the same thing for me. I get to choose which NPC acts. It's not set to, like, well, the Gamorrean rolled this, so he acts first. So this is up to you guys. So 3 of you are going to act before even one of them does. So I'm going to leave it up to you. Who wants to go first? What does that look like? And keep in mind also, when you roll and you attack, you're going to get advantage, typically. And you can pass those advantages, if you don't use them, onto the next person in line of combat, usually giving them boost die to their rolls. So it's sometimes advantageous to be, like, middle of the pack, anticipating you're going to get help from the others as you go. So who wants to go first once we get into combat?
It makes sense for Zed to go first. He was the one with the gun ready.
Yeah,
Zed?
I think so.
So you got 2 Gamorreans between you and the Quarren.
So Zed, as part of his movement, using steady aim, will back up 1 step so he's not, right next to these 2 Gamorreans. So he'll back up to here, and then he's going to shoot this Gamorrean in the head. Well, or wherever he hits him.
All right. So yeah, you back up. So in combat, let's go over this also. This is our first combat. Sorry, I got distracted there for a moment. So in combat, you get to do one maneuver, and you get one action. So on that cheat sheet, it lists what maneuvers are. Maneuvers are you can take aim. You'll get that, which means you get a boost die on your next combat check. You can assist. That means you can give a boost die to an engaged ally, so an ally who's next to you. You can take a guarded stance. That means it's harder for them to hit you. You can manage your gear, so draw a weapon, put a weapon away. You can move. So by moving, that is your free maneuver, Zed. You can drop prone, which makes it also harder to hit you and gives you advantage. But you can also suffer 2 strain and gain a second maneuver. So if you wanted to, Zed, you could move, and you could also take 2 strain and take the aim action.
Well, I've got steady aim.
I know you do.
So I can move and aim without having to spend that second maneuver. So
yeah. So
that's what I do.
Just kind of like as a walkthrough for everybody. So you can't take two maneuvers per round, but you gain a strain. Strain you get to roll after combat to relieve strain. So it's kind of it's a neat currency in this.
I think you can use advantage, can't you, as well?
You can also use advantage to get rid of strain in combat, but after combat you automatically get to roll to reduce strain as well. So it encourages you to do more than instead of just I move and attack. It really, really, really encourages you to get into combat and do all kinds of different cool, neat things. So let's go to you. Please, Zed, make your roll. So it'll be just a basic challenge and give yourself that boost die for your aim.
Fires off the carbine.
So you got 3 successes. No advantage, no disadvantage. 3 successes.
So base damage is 10, so 13 damage, pierce 1. So if he's got any armor, it's reduced by 1.
Oh, that's insane damage. That's really good. Yeah. 13 is huge. This is his starting gun that he gets to start with, isn't it?
Yeah.
And who are you shooting at? A Gamorrean?
Yeah, the Gamorrean that's right here. That one.
Sure. Wow. Okay, let me see if he has any soak. He's got a soak of 3, so you negate 1 of that. So he's got a soak of 2.
Makes 11.
Oh my god. He drops. All of a sudden you hear this like squeal and he just drops to the ground. Everybody's like, stop shooting. And like the patrons who are awake and not passed out drunk, like get up and they start fleeing for the door. All right, who wants to go next? That's one dead Gamorrean.
Seeing this, the pistol would be coming out. Yeah, quick draw the pistol.
Okay.
Using and my maneuver.
Very good.
Draw the weapon. I'm going to take 2 strain.
Okay. Let me guess, you take an aim for that boost die?
So take an aim, and then I'm actually going to shoot the Quarren on stun setting.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I like it. Non-lethal. Oh, wait. I was going to change this to combat music of some sort.
Is it difficulty 1 because of the point-blank range?
It is. Yeah, thank you for reminding me.
Wow. Oh my god.
4 successes, 3 advantages, and a triumph.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's let's look at our sheet here. Let's look at our cheat sheet and see what you can do with that. So you automatically hit for 4 points of damage. That's a guarantee. It's really... Is it really small?
Oh, it's got damage 0 under my blaster pistol for some reason.
That's not right.
I think it's 7, isn't it?
Yeah, it's damage 7, so
11 stun or 11 strain damage.
That's really good. I'm just getting my easier to read version of that combat cheat sheet here in front of me. Because you get to spend that stuff, those successes and triumphs and all kinds of cool stuff now. This is where you can like pay it forward to the next guy, and they can get all kinds of bonuses. All right, so
yeah, it's 11 stun damage.
So 11 stun damage.
Oh no, sorry, 10.
Let me look at my Quarren and see what.
Because the first success is the hit, so yeah, +3, 10.
Okay, well, his soak and everything else, he's gonna drop. He's gonna drop unconscious. He just passes out. So you hit him with the stun setting.
My foundry has completely died, I'm afraid.
That's not good.
No.
Okay, so with your advantage, so you have that chart in front of you, things you can spend your advantage on. You can recover 1 strain per 1 point of advantage. You can add a boost to the next ally character's check. You can notice a single important point on an outgoing conflict, such as the location of blast doors, control panel, weak points, things like that. You can activate a weapon quality. So some qualities need to be activated with successes. You can spend 2 of those advantage to perform an immediate free maneuver that does not exceed the 2 per turn limit. You've already done 2. You can add a setback die to the next target character's check. You can add a boost die to any allied character's next check, including yours. So for 1 point, you could only, it was just the next person you get to choose who, but for 2 advantage, you can choose who you give that next one to. For 3 advantage, you can negate the target enemy's defense bonus, such as cover, equipment, this and that. You can ignore penalized environmental effects. When dealing damage, have the attack disable the opponent or 1 piece of gear rather than dealing wounds or strain, but you want to knock them out. You can gain +1 to melee or ranged defense until the end of your turn, or you can force the target to drop a melee or ranged weapon it's wielding. So you've taken your target out. With your 1 triumph, the things you can do is you can upgrade the difficulty of the targeted character's next check. You can upgrade any allied character's next check, including your own. Or you can do something vital, such as shooting the controls to a nearby blast door to steal them shut. So what do you want to do? What do you want to do with all this triumph and all these advantages? You've dropped your target. He's unconscious.
All right, so for the triumph, I'm going to upgrade Jim's next attack.
Okay.
I'm going to spend 2 of the advantages to recover 2 strain.
Okay.
And I'm going to spend the last advantage to give whoever acts next a boost die.
Very good. I like it. So who's going next? Is that Jim? Is that...
Yeah.
Oh, everybody's moving my overlay.
That's okay.
Yes. Everybody's in the wrong place on my overlay. So go ahead and give yourself a boost die on your next check. Whatever you're doing. I'm assuming you're shooting the Gamorrean.
Yeah.
So
although Jim's just picked a picture of his character and stuck it in the Discord.
I did.
And it's the guy we're currently hunting down.
Yeah, I know.
Is it the same one?
No, I looked at it. It's very similar, though. I saw that.
Oh, no.
You're blending in with them.
Don't forget you upgrade one of your dice, because I gave you that, and you get a boost die.
So there's a button to upgrade your dice at the top of your roller. So
upgradability.
If you click on your gun to roll whatever weapon you're using.
Yeah.
And then upgrade ability. Hit that. Also give yourself one of the blue square blue dice, the light blue or baby blue.
Yeah.
Your difficulty, you're kind of further away, so your difficulty is going to stand at what it's at. So just roll that. Roll everything you've got programmed in there.
So for some reason I can't see the bottom of it.
You might need to stretch the window. Mine does that sometimes when it even lets me log in. Yeah, my Foundry is just a big blank page when I log in at the minute.
It may take a couple minutes to load. Mine took a while to load.
There's a lot of data in this Star Wars. Like every NPC, every weapon, everything is in here.
There we go. No, we don't. Oh, come on.
I'm not even getting a chance to attack. That's the sad thing. I've got a dark side point I get to spend. All right, success to 2 Wow, 7 points of damage. So you're gonna do 7 points of damage to this Gamorrean. He does have soak. What do you want to spend those 2 advantage on? So you have that cheat sheet there. I should share it in the Discord also for you guys so it's easier to see. I think I did, but I can reshare.
You can give him a setback die to his next attack, I think, with one of them.
You can.
Or with 2 of the advantage.
That is the guy you're hunting. Sorry, I just saw that.
I'll choose another photo. I shall.
I love it. So yeah, you can give him a setback because you know this Gamorrean's acting next. They're in the initiative order.
Yeah.
They get to act. He's the only NPC that's left.
It's Jim's call. That was just a suggestion.
Yeah, I'll shoot him. And could I let another blast go up into the roof so a bit of debris falls on him to sort of knock him off guard, sort of thing? Or
you can bear with me here.
I guess that would be the setback.
I'm sharing the combat sheet with all of you in the Discord also. So with those you can, we'll say that's how you're giving the setback die. Yep, that makes sense. That works. I like that thematically. All right, this Gamorrean just snorts as he inhales. He's got his vibro axe. You've hit him. He's not dead. I'm not dead yet. And he's gonna try and swing at you, even though he's greatly outnumbered. He is gonna try and fight back. So he's gonna step forward to the clone, and he's gonna try and swing at him with his. Oh, he's got a cudgel. He doesn't even have a vibro axe. I'm sorry, he's got a cudgel.
Bring it.
Let's go ahead and take that setback die and swing at Zed. He swings and he hits you for 1 point of damage, which just bounces off of your armor, right? Because your soak is so high.
Cudgel's got a better base than 0.
Oh yeah, why is that also giving 0? Base damage is 4. That's weird that it's not calculating.
Oh, even so, I don't
It's
think
okay.
that'll hurt.
Because my soak is 5, so
I'm gonna try. That's weird. That's not calculating. Okay, we got to look into this afterwards. I'll go on the I'll go on the Discord for Foundry and find out why we're doing that. But yeah, it's got a base damage of 4, so 5 points of damage. Again, it just kind of bounces off your armor, and he inhales and looks at you. And it is your turn, Ben. Are you back in the game?
Yes, I am. Can I pick up the vibro axe from the one that went down?
It's a cudgel.
It's a cudgel, but yeah, you could pick up the cudgel.
Oh, okay. I thought the other one had a vibro axe.
I thought
must
so
have missed
too, and
something.
then I looked at their character sheets, and apparently they're only carrying cudgels.
That's pretty pathetic.
It is, isn't
But-
it?
Yeah, I'll pick up the cudgel and twat the Gamorrean with it.
Okay, go ahead.
It's not going to be very effective because I'm not very good. What am I rolling? Brawl or melee?
Oh, you lost your character.
Melee.
Here,
It's back. I got my character. Oh, I see what you mean.
I'll put the cudgel on your character sheet, so then you can just hit
Oh,
the
yes.
button on the cudgel. Dun 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 dun. Dun. Why am I not seeing a cudgel?
Oh, I guess it'll have to be a vibro axe.
There we go. You got a
Damn.
cudgel on your character sheet now. So just hit the little icon next to cudgel. When you hover over it, should be a D20.
There's no cudgel. Hang on,
Under
let me
gear and
close
equipment.
and reopen my character sheet.
It's clearly a counterfeit vibro axe.
Nope, still no cudgel.
That's weird. I can see it. I'll roll it for you.
Okay.
So base damage of 4, and you got. Oh, see, it did the damage for you, which is weird. So 6 points of damage, and 1 advantage.
5 points. You get 1 for extra successes.
Yes. So for the first success is a hit, and then the isn't that weird? It's giving +2.
Yeah.
Interesting. Anyways, yeah, 5. We gotta look into this. First session. Thank you, people, for bearing with us as we're working through this. Okay, so 5 points of damage. Between his soak and the points of damage you do, that Gamorrean drops in a heap on the floor in front of you. And combat is over. What do we do?
I'm disarming the Quarian and putting my binders on him.
Sure. He's got a holdout blaster on him. And you put the binders around him. And the Gamorreans just had cudgels on them.
so it looks like we need to take Quill here somewhere nice and quiet to have a talk before we address his war crimes.
We do, but we need his information first.
Understood.
All right.
Oops.
So we're
So let's-
changing. We're taking him out of here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you guys have caused quite a bit of tension. So you just want to drag him out of here to where?
We'll find some like dark alleyway type thing somewhere. There's
Well,
See if we
those
can
aren't
find a dark
insurance-
alleyway that
yeah,
doesn't currently have some crime being perpetrated in it.
Those aren't in short supply around here. You can definitely find a dark alleyway, no problem. So yeah, you pull him into an alleyway near the Ronto's den. He's passed out. I don't know what
Do you
the
wish for me to try and wake him?
Zed moves off a few steps and basically goes into, a sentry stance. He's keeping an eye on things to make sure that if Quell has any friends, they don't come walking up on us.
bring him round.
Okay.
I'm going to try and roll medicine to wake this guy up.
All right. Roll me medicine. Standard difficulty and everything. Success. So I don't know what
Yeah,
that looks
I
like. I don't know how you
Poke a
administer
couple
that.
of energy meridians. Like Kamino and acupressure.
All of a sudden,
Quarians have a little known on button.
he's sitting there snoring. His tentacles on his face are kind of going up and down.
Oh,
as
Matt,
he
we're in the
snores.
wrong windows.
Again.
I'm Roger. Roger's Jim. Jim's me. The only one who's in the right place is you and Aaron.
So he wakes up, and he kind of squints, and he comes to, and where? And then he sees the group of you, and he notices his hands are behind us. What's going on here? What is this?
You'll tell us what we want to know if you want to live.
What do you want to know?
Oh god, where's handouts?
David Lee Roth. Where is he?
David Leroy.
Davin
Davin
Roth.
Roth.
Where is Davin Roth?
There we go. Everybody's fixed. Davin. What? Why? What? Davin Roth? That's what this is all about?
I'm not here for you, I'm here for him.
And Mandalorian did ask you before this became unpleasant.
That 2-bit swindler, counterfeiter. He's not even good at it. What do you? You killed my. Where are my Gamorreans?
They are
Don't worry
sleeping.
about that. Where is Davin Roth?
He's on this level. Hey, listen, if this comes back to me on me, those huts, they're gonna come get me. I want no
Do
part
not
of this.
worry. I think friend Zed does not wish for this to come back on you.
What does that mean?
Just tell me where he is, or you won't be worrying about the huts.
All right, okay. He's on this level. He's in a warehouse.
Where?
That's where they're making the credits. But it's guarded. He's in with one of the swoop gangs down here.
Which one and where?
You got a data pad?
I do.
I can plug in the coordinates if you give me your data pad.
I'll hand him the data pad with my left hand while having my blaster pointing at his head with my
Sure.
right.
Sure. If you want, you can roll like a coercion or a charm or a negotiation or something to also maybe see if he's telling the truth or maybe get some more details out of him. You're not sure if he's giving you everything or if everything's truthful.
I will be.
So you can roll something if you want to read him. You can roll something if you want to try and get more information of him. You can roll something different. It depends on how you guys want to approach this.
I'm trying to establish if
Negotiate.
he's telling me the truth.
Okay, well that'll be perception.
Oh. He says having rolled a coercion. Alright.
Perception to kind of as he's typing in these coordinates. If you want to read him, if you want to like strong arm him or sweet
It's the
talk
same
him?
roll for me.
Okay, same roll.
Yeah, it's a 1 yellow, 2 green, either
Okay.
way. So a success and 2 advantages.
He's very forthcoming with information, and you feel like he might not be telling you everything. Despite, being cuffed and guns pointed at his head, you think he's not being completely upfront with you, and you can tell that he's
Okay,
just way
I'll
too
basically
forthcoming with this information.
Push the gun barrel to his head and go, "You're not telling me everything."
Hey, whoa, hold on. Okay, so he is there. He is working with one of the swoop gangs. Okay, and they are manufacturing Imperial credits there. Like I said, they're not that good. But that place is like a fortress. If you go in there, you're done. They're gonna kill you. But I did learn of maybe somewhere a little transaction going down, and maybe you help me, I help you.
Where is this transaction going down?
You help me, I help you.
You help me, I let you live.
I'll say with your 2 advantage. So you were able to read him with 2 advantage. You're able to strong arm. He goes, okay. There's some buyers of these credits. I hear there's a meeting happening. Docking Bay 94. Docking Bay 94 on level C7 tonight.
Is he telling the truth?
Yeah, I'm gonna say with your one success and your 2 advantage.
Okay.
They're gonna make. I hear they're making exchange with whoever's buying these credits, and there should be less muscle there if you approach it that way.
Is there anything else you can tell me?
I have an idea, friend Mando. If it is swoop gangs, I have read that there are rivalries between the gangs. Perhaps if there was a rival gang opposed to the one he is dealing with, we could talk to them for aid.
Yeah, do what that weird thing said. Do that, and let me go.
Who are they opposed to?
What? He says.
The swoop gang that you said.
He's like,
there is a
looking.
swoop gang that he is working for and a swoop gang that they are opposed to, but we do not know who they are. So we need to know who the swoop gang that he is working with and who the swoop gang that is opposed to them are.
All right.
And then I will have my chance to ride a swoop bike. It will be exciting.
Says he's tied up with Jenks Raiders. That's the gang that he's with.
See, so all we need to know is who are the enemies of Jenks Raiders. And they will be the good people who will help us.
Who isn't the enemy of Jenks Raiders? He says.
Okay.
Thinking that
ZX.
he's like answered your question.
ZX walks up and he's like, "All right, Tackett, do we know what we need to know?"
How far off is the meeting from now?
Well, what time is it?
It's 1:30 something.
You give him time. He goes, I don't know, a few hours? I don't know the exact time. I just know they're meeting at some point tonight. I don't know the exact time. But I
how
told you
long
where.
how long does being stunned last for?
Are you asking the GM or are you asking the
Asking
Quarian?
the GM.
I don't know off the top of my head. We'll say a couple hours.
Okay, I pull the trigger with the stun setting.
All right, point blank, just all right. You stun him. He just slumps over again.
Okay, I take the binders off him and put them back on my belt.
Judging by the look on Aaron's face, I think that stun might be semi to permanent.
Zed just points the carbine down and
Is
blows
the
his head
Quarian
off.
carrying anything else?
Let me see. Bear with me. No, that's all he was carrying on him. Oh, he's got credits. He's got 150 credits on him.
All right, well we'll take that. I'll literally pass the credit or throw the credits almost towards Zed.
Zed puts him in a satchel, points his carbine down, blows the
It's a
thing's head off.
compensation for not killing him.
Oh no, he kills him. He blows his head completely off.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say Zed's not letting him out of here alive.
He looks down, blows his head off, spits on him, and he goes. And then he looks up at Roma and he goes, "That's what clone killers deserve. The war's not over, kid. It's never over."
Master Zed, I do not think your weapon was set to stun.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, is there like a dumpster or something we can dump in?
Oh yeah, there's garbage everywhere, debris, and like I said, crumbling buildings. You could, you could just
we'll like
stuff the
huck him in
body,
a dumpster or something.
and nobody's looking at you down here either. Like nobody pays any attention to what is going on down here.
We'll huck him in a dumpster and we'll just move off.
Okay.
Now we should find the good gang who are enemies of Jenks raiders.
I don't think we want to tell them about this meeting.
But if we tell them, they will help us because they will want to fight Jenks raiders alongside us heroically.
But they may risk killing the target. If he dies, we lose 10,000 credits.
But surely Jenks' crew are the bad people. So the people we select would not be killers.
They're in a swoop gang. They're not here to serve milk and tea.
No, they like to race their bikes quickly.
And shoot people. They're gangs.
Is a gang not like a social club?
No, kid. They're bad guys. They're all bad guys.
They're all bad? Oh, the enemy of my enemy is still an enemy. That is unfortunate.
You're getting it, kid. You're getting
Let's
it.
move towards the rendezvous and set up in ambush.
All right. This was set up as an episodic one-shot. We started a little late today. I unfortunately have a hard stop in 10 minutes, so we're going to have to leave this as a cliffhanger as we get ready to go to Docking Bay 94 for this exchange and see what's going to happen there. So we can do our closing plugs and everything, but yeah, we've started our journey into Star Wars, the dark underbelly of FFG Star Wars. So let's go around and see what everybody's got going. Everybody's moved on the overlay again. I just fixed everyone. But according to the overlay, musical chairs. Ben, what do you got going on between now and whenever we play again?
Well, Monday we've got Twig this week in Garblag, where we'll be talking about what's coming up next week in Garblag. Yeah, so we'll find out then what's going on, really, won't we?
That's right. Are you running anything next week?
If you're not, yes.
Yeah, I guess we'll talk about that afterwards. So we'll figure that out. Okay, very good. Roger, are you playing in any games next week? Or?
I am. I'm on Tuesday. I am playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition.
Oh, yeah.
We created our characters earlier in this week, so next week we will be doing episode 1, which I'm very much looking forward to. And then on Wednesday, I'm playing in a game that I'm sure Jim can tell you more about than I can. Let's see who's running it.
Dun dun dun. Jim, Jim, tell me more.
Yeah, basically a group of friends that include Aaron and Roger continue this quest every week to bully me and my NPCs in the Warhammer universe. No, that we're in the middle of a bit of a situation in Middenheim, and the players have got their hands on some stolen goods, and they've just got to get them back to their owners now. And we left last week as they entered a dark sort of room, deep underground, and possibly facing a number of rats-like beastmen.
Uh-oh.
Nobody would call them Skaven.
Yeah,
Nobody would.
Skaven don't exist.
Craven?
No such thing.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's on Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
9
Yeah,
9
once
p.m.
upon a time in
GMT?
the old world.
8
8.
p.m.
We started
GMT.
8, actually.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Aaron, what games are you all playing in?
Well, I'll be playing with Jim on Wednesday. We won't be facing Skaven, I'm sure, next Wednesday. But before that, Sunday over on Free League, my character will die to an alien queen, probably, or a bunch of people on a space station. Then Tuesday night, we'll be playing Call of Cthulhu and the Mound, where my character goes completely insane and maybe kill some other characters. I don't know. And then Thursday, we'll be back for Delta Green. And last night, I did kill one of the other characters. Spoiler alert. You should watch it.
Yep.
It's a lot of fun.
And if Aaron wasn't going to do it, I was going to, but he beat me to it. I
And
was
what
ready.
time are those games, Aaron?
What's that?
And what time are those games?
Let's see. Delta Green is while everybody in Great Britain is asleep, but it is 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, and the Mound is also 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, as well as Alien
Yeah.
over on
Yep.
Free League.
Nice and easy. Same time, no matter which day. Yeah, and I'm in all of those games, or almost all those games that Aaron mentioned. I'm running the Call of Cthulhu, Alien, and playing in Delta Green. So thank you everybody who joined us for the first session of Star Wars. Thank you. We had a bit of tech difficulties with Foundry as we're kind of learning how to use it. So thanks for sticking with us for that and getting into it. But yeah, a nice little start to this group and getting into the Star Wars universe for hopefully an ongoing game long term. So have a great week, everyone. Thanks for joining us, and tune in tomorrow for... Do we have nothing? Do we have something?
Nothing.
Nothing. All
think
right,
we
tune
have
in
anything.
tomorrow for nothing. We'll be back on Monday with Twig. Have a great week, everybody. Join us on the Discord to continue the conversation, and for all sorts of bonuses, take a look at our Patreon. Links are in the chat. Good night, everybody.